Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. I am here to do a wonderful reaction for you guys, okay, on one of Tupac's best speeches. Tupac said a lot of things in his 25 years before he passed away, okay? Tragically killed, murdered at the age of 25 years old. But that man accomplished a good amount of things in his 25 years, in that short amount of time. To this very day, he is so legendary. And he's considered one of the realest rappers to ever exist. I'm talking about to ever exist. And I believe many could agree to that. You know, I recently did a song, I think it's about a month or two ago. I reacted to Tupac's Keep Your Head Up, and I felt that song was so inspirational for us women, especially us Black women, us sisters. Some fool gonna come on my channel gonna talk about Tupac was simping. Now let me ask y'all something. Since when uplifting a woman's spirit, telling her to keep her head up, encouraging her, motivating her, respecting her, honoring her, being a gentleman towards her, since when is that simping? You see the sick and twisted mindset of a lot of people today, especially the men, not all, but a good amount of people, even the women today is twisted in their mind. People are sick, mentally sick. So my question is to you, if being a gentleman to a woman is simping, how do you get your girls? How do you get a good woman? I'm talking about a good woman. A woman that is beautiful in the Most High Yah's eyes. How do you get your girls? If being a gentleman is simping, oh my goodness. I can't even imagine how you even treat a woman when you get her. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so we are going to be reacting to this powerful speech of Tupac. And I am definitely curious to hear what he have to say, because I know, I may have to pause it, y'all. Okay. And get some commentary in between. I know he's going to say a whole lot, and it's going to be well worth it. All right. So y'all ready? All right, let's go.
First of all, y'all been doing something wrong with me, because I'm losing it. I just want to say that if I curse, forgive me. But we curse. We got a word out here, and ain't no way I'm going to sit up here and let the truth be told and not curse. So they told me to watch my language. Fuck that. So y'all can do that. Y'all forgive me. Y'all heard curses, and it's bad out here, and it ain't pretty. So, you know, shit, let's be real. That's number one. My English is bad. I'm a high school dropout. You know, it's going to be real. I'm going to be talking like real shop. But I'm going to be talking from my heart. Ain't nothing written down. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. So y'all got to feel that we talking this twang. So, you know, some of y'all might get lost. I'm sorry, but I'm going to just do what I got to do. And then check this out. When I say I'm losing it, I mean I'm losing. I mean that for real. This ain't no free speech. This shit ain't like just to make it sound good. So I can y'all into it. This ain't to make it so, ooh, he felt that. I'm losing it. You feel me? I know y'all can pick up the papers and see that man got problems. And I do, but we all got problems. And mine is by my motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? He did tell y'all about my mama and the Panthers and all that. But let me tell you where I ended up, y'all. Let me tell you where I ended up. My mama was a crack addict. I ended up in Baltimore on welfare with no lights on in high school. So we got to really watch this struggle shit. If we don't struggle, we got to struggle every motherfucking day till this shit is over.
Let them know, bro.
You know? Fuck that. All that shit that went on in the 60s ain't finna happen in this motherfucker. I'll be dropping some of you motherfuckers who need some babies beyond this year. Trust me when I tell you that shit. God damn it, I'm losing. And the only reason I'm losing is because I never had a daddy. I never had nobody to sit me down and tell me this. You know what I'm saying? They told me, but I didn't believe it because they left my mama cracked. I'm telling y'all the truth, as much as you heard me, cracked out, homeless, no life in Baltimore. And my mother put motherfucking work in. Do you hear me? My mama was a gun packing. What I'm talking about for you, motherfucker, excuse me. But my mama put in work. You know, to be laying up in a room cracked out, I got disdain for a lot of motherfuckers. You feel me? And that's why I'm telling y'all, I got to be serious. If we don't struggle, the struggle got to come from our heart. It can't come because we look into a from a king back then. It gotta come because I'm looking at you and you look goddamn it good to me and you my sister. And I ain't gonna let none of these crackers take you down. You feel me? It gotta come like that. It gotta come from my heart. It's like that. It's like that. It's hard out here. Like they say we got war. And in war, everything is good. It's all good. You feel me? And when I say thug life, I mean that shit. Because these white folks see us as thugs. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care if you think you a lawyer, if you a man, if you an African American, if you whatever the fuck you think you are. We thugs and niggas to these motherfuckers. You know? And until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man and we starve? You know? And you can walk by 5 different houses and a man in either one of them motherfuckers. How we gonna be a man? How we gonna be African American? We out here dying. We thugs and we niggas until we set this straight, this shit right. We gonna stay thugs. You know? And that's real, man. It's like a motherfucker, I have nightmares. I mean this shit. I'm dead serious. And whoever I heard, I apologize. But I have nightmares, bro. I swear to God. Shit changed me. I used to be a cool mother. I used to be cool. I used to be happy. I used to talk good. I used to talk without cursing. I used to walk, you know. But goddamn, they done took Latasha. They done took Yusef. They taking out niggas younger than me, man. And we ain't doing shit. Nobody Hutton died 17 years fucking old. When we 17, you know what we doing? Killing each other. You know that shit kills me, man. Little Natasha got a bullet on her motherfucking back and ain't there one of y'all do a motherfucking thing. What the hell is this, man? Fucking losing down here.
Oh my goodness. Yes, Latasha, she was the 14-year-old girl that was shot and killed by this nasty old Korean racist chick, you know. And I'm sorry, most likely she was racist because a lot of them suckers will come from their doggone country and will set up shop in the black neighborhood and treat black people like garbage. And they still do it to this day. They don't even care to give you the best service. If you make one complaint, if you're dissatisfied with the service, they're cussing you out. They're not being nice to you. They're not trying to reason with you. They're throwing acetone chemicals all up in your face. They're fighting grandmothers. So yes, I remember Latasha was mentioned in Tupac's video, Keep Your Head Up, right before the video started playing. So yes, it was a big controversy behind her death. And guess what? The Korean chick got off, shaking my doggone head. And Yusef, he was murdered back in the 80s. And he was just trying to buy a car, minding his own business in the neighborhood somewhere in Brooklyn. And these white mob, they thought that he was there to see a white girl. And that was rumored, or that was what was spread or whatever. And then they shot him. They killed him. He was just a teenager, just heading to Brooklyn with his friends, just trying to buy a car. And they killed him. Unbelievable. So I understand Tupac's frustration because we're quick to get at each other as black folk. But when it comes out to the other nations, we are cowards. And we do not keep the same friggin' energy. And that is friggin' facts on facts. Period.
This shit grieves me. Only reason I came is so I could curse at y'all and get y'all in the right motherfucking track. We dying. We are dying. That's real. We ain't got time for nothing except war. And I don't care how you got to be at war, you need to put yourself in that mind state so we can be there. If I got to thug to be at war, I'm gonna be thugging. If you got to be a Muslim to be at war, be a Muslim, but be at motherfucking war, and let's go fucking shoulder to shoulder and start doing something. We can't do but so much marching, y'all. And I know y'all think it's right, but we can't. They not think we've been marching for damn near 100 years. We are marching on the anniversary of when we marched 25 years ago. I'm 22 years fucking old. How am I telling y'all this shit? How is it getting to be like this? And they wonder why I run around calling myself a thug and a thug for life. Because we by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I got my ass beat by 2 white police officers, man, and it shook my whole world. I was a rapper. I had just did Juice. Even though I was very progressive, my family been paying. I was really about just getting out here making some money. I had enough of poverty. I thought I made it. I thought I made it. I swear to God, I thought I made it. I felt good about myself. I felt good like I did something, like I was a part of this society, you know? And I always wanted to think for myself. And I said, okay, I'm in. I didn't get a move. I want to scream. I'm rapping. I'm trying. I got money in my pocket. I got a bank account. I'm going to the bank. You know, I swear to God, on my mama, 2 police officers stopped me. What's your name? Tupac Shakur. Go ahead, bro. They start laughing. What kind of name is that? Shit. What's your name? John. What fucking kind of name is that? You feel me? But I was wrong because these 2 niggas had guns. These 2 cops had guns and sticks and attitudes. So it so happened I jaywalked. I swear to y'all, I didn't even know what jaywalking was. I swear, I don't even know that I was bopping. You know, like walking. I thought we said, they stopped, 2 cops stopped me in front of my back, hands up, talking about the whole routine for jaywalking. Not for coming out of the car with a gun. I wasn't strapped at all then. Now, I swear to God, you're going to find me strapped like a motherfucker and ready to shoot. And today I'm on this podium, tomorrow I could be in the fucking Times. Because they going to have me. And y'all need to protect me and you need to protect your damn self. We can't do none speeches, books, Bibles, Kinsey cloth, X-hats, potato chips, none of that shit. You need a motherfucking Mini 14 or an M16 or something. You need to start getting over some of these motherfucking crap. Because we done. We done. We can't be kings and queens till we still living. Do you feel me? I moved to Los Angeles. You know, and the reason I moved to Los Angeles, because I want to be where the niggas is kicking up dust at. You know? I don't want to be where these motherfuckers is building houses and think we got a part of this society. I want to be where niggas is kicking up dust at. So what if they got gangs, goddammit? They got gangs, but they kicking up dust. What are we doing? Go ahead, Pop. What are we doing? I know y'all tripping off because it's like, but on the real, all bullshit aside, on the real though, it's like, we really ain't got no choice, you know? Even though I know how you feel, I feel the same way. That's why I'm so angry. That's why I curse so much, you know? Because I feel like it ain't right. It ain't right that I'm 22 and this is the life I gotta live, you know? It ain't right that I gotta be, I'm like a fucking vet, you know? I wake up, man, sweaty, man, talking about Natasha. What the fuck is going on? Tell me why he beat my ass, why police just beat the shit out of me. I woke up unconscious, man. My face all cut for Jay motherfucking walking. That shit just shook me. I'll never be right again, I'm losing it. You feel me? And I'm not even rapping, I'm not even a cook. You know, a so-called cook. I'm out here rapping. What the hell's going on? I'm no record, no nothing. As soon as I started rapping, this what made me see we at war. As soon as I started rapping, as soon as I start talking that shit about they got me trapped, soldier story, I don't give a fuck. It's like I got cops coming from everywhere. You know, I got cases coming from everywhere, man. People that's supposed to be my king, queen. She just told the police I beat her up, I ain't even touch her. You feel me? This what I'm losing it. That's what I'm telling y'all. I'm losing it. It ain't all cool. So when you see me in the paper, they're going, damn, man, what's wrong with him? You know, hey, it's hard out there. It's hard out there, and it's even hard for a nigga by himself. When I go home by my motherfucking self. When I close the door, it's by my motherfucking self. You feel me? It's time for some soldier shit. You know, from the females and from the males. That's real. And it's time for the women. I'm not blaming on you, I'm not putting you in your corner, but you have so much you don't know. You have so much power over us niggas. You run shit, but you just don't know. And it's a game. I know the man, I'm gonna hit y'all to the game. When a nigga sees that you do anything for him, he's gonna run you. But if you keep your principles, if you stay your ground, you know what you want, out of that nigga, you push that or leave that. Trust me, it ain't no shortage of young black men. With the six, you know? That's how we gotta handle that. You know, we gotta handle that shit. We got to be more like down for each other. You know, I know we're not supposed to use the term gangster bitch, but damn. We got to be down for each other, you know, we got to be soldiers, man, they gonna be writing about us in 20 years, you know? It's that time, y'all, it's that time. It's the 90s. You know what the 90s is upside down? The fucking 60s. You know what I'm saying? We gonna turn this shit upside down all over again. And we the ones that got the power to do it. Did you see what happened on April 29th? Y'all ain't see that shit? On the news and shit, they fight with, hey, man, this fucking shit up in LA. I was there. I was filming a movie getting paid G's, but that night, I was there. I was in the streets with my folks. Niggas had their, I don't care what they say about gangbangs in LA. Niggas had their motherfucking dogs up and it was all good. Whatever say, I'm telling you, man, this is the fight I'm keeping this picture I'm keeping my mind till it happen again. Because I've seen it for myself and I know it can happen. And all my life, I never thought it could happen. But I've seen it for myself. I was there. And you know what made it happen? War, a common enemy. That's right. We was fighting a common enemy, so it was like, what's up? And that's what we need now. As long as we sit here and study for the common, we studying the fight. Man! Oh, we are studying to fight. Getting ready to fight. And we're doing all our fighting. Nothing's wrong with going to college, so I say I'm proud of but we're doing all our fighting in debates. We debate this shit. We debate for our freedom. We ain't gonna get into no legislation. We ain't finna get it through marching. We ain't even finna get it through one uprising. We not finna get it through one April 29th. We finna get it every day, you guys, all of us, everywhere, see it as a necessity that we struggle to fight back. We have that as a right. That is our right when we were born. God put it into your heart to self-defeat your motherfucking self. Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely saying something here. Even though I'm definitely not for violence, you know, when it's not necessary, I'm all for defending yourself. Even for me, taking someone's life to protect you and yours, I'm about it. Like, there's no ifs, ands about that at all. You know what I'm saying? But he's right. The unity, it must be intact. And I believe there was some unity back in Tupac's time, and even definitely back in the 60s and the 70s. You know, the 50s, you know, because things were so segregated, you know, especially in the 50s and the 60s, you know, we was just fighting to integrate. And even Martin Luther King, even he realized at the very end, he said, I'm taking my people into a burning building. So we probably would have been better off. I know we would have been better off not integrated. Because then now the enemy, the trick of the enemy, they integrated us so we could be dependent on them. How many of us have our own businesses, our own hospitals, our own law firm, our own barbershops? And we do have our barbershops and nail salons here. But I'm talking about significant things. A whole bunch of Black doctors and nurses and churches and movie theaters and homes and, you know, business upon, that's what, blocks of Black businesses. Where the heck you see that? Our mind is warped, is different. We become lazy. We become spiritually dead, you know. So I feel him on this one. The unity, it has to be intact. The man got to be for the woman. The woman got to be for the man. Black man with the Black woman with the Black man. And we come together and we fight this together, okay? We are at war and we need each other.
Fuck the next nigga. You know, if that nigga want to be a gangbanger, he don't want to follow your way, fuck that nigga. Trust me, he's out of there. He's out of there. But you have obligations to your folks, to the niggas that fell before you, to handle your motherfucking business, no matter what it means. All of it ain't gonna be free, all of it ain't gonna be out there with mini 14. Some of that shit gonna be staying your ass home with the kids. Put some knowledge in your kids' head. You know what I'm saying? All the niggas and all the females. Just because she a female don't mean she got to stay home with the babies. That's bullshit. Because I would much rather have some of you females out there with me in war than some of these niggas. It's a whole bunch of stuff. You know, that whole city of we African Americans, everything is equal shit, and it's like NAACP shit. I'm gonna speak on that shit. Because I was reading the paper, I saw NAACP at a celebration for the Emancipation Proclamation. That's right. Okay, so from what I just said, how's the NAACP still a business? Oh, yeah. Oh, ain't nobody. How's the NAACP still in business? How's these motherfuckers still in business? Yeah, that's cool too. That's cool too. Yeah, we let them do that shit. We let them represent us. How motherfuckers gonna stand there and talk about he for the advancement of the colored folks? Go ahead. What the fuck is that? That's right. Go ahead. And these be grown Black folks. They be our color. Representing us to these white folks. And we be letting them do. Because we proud. kids. And everything that they call the NAACP. We let them do that shit, represent us. You know, they make us look bad. Really? Yes, we really are too, I'm not trying to take up for the thugs and the gangsters and shit, but now I'm coming from a different school. I'm coming from the Panthers, and that's what they did. They went to the street element, and that's what they mobilized the soldiers. You know, that's what my mama did. That's my job. I'm going to stay in the streets and get my thug niggas who was down for me in the streets. Because I'm going to tell you, when my mama started cracking and I was by myself, this brother right here, Tiny Tyler, was the only person in this movement anywhere that took care of me. Okay? So it ain't no motherfucking struggle if you don't take care of your babies. Not just yours, but the other soldiers, you know? What about that? What about all these soldiers sitting in jail? Where their kids at? Don't none of you motherfuckers give a fuck about them. Ready to carry a flag for them, wear their shirts, but you ain't taking care of their motherfucking kids or their families. That's hypocritical. That ain't right.
That's right.
That shit ain't right, man. We got too many kids out here with nobody to put nothing in their head. Then you motherfuckers get mad when you see them again up in the courtroom. You know? So my white raper. Nigga, you left him by himself. Yeah. Left him by his motherfucking self. So he learned how to be a G from the crackers, and that's what he learned. He learned how they want him to be. Nobody taught me shit. And my mama was a parent, you know? My mom would tell me, but she was too involved in it to sit down and really explain shit to me, you know? So it's a double tragedy because I'm like damn near forced to go through some of the shit that some of these soldiers went through, but because they didn't tell the new generation, they didn't arm us, I gotta go through this shit all over again. You know, I'm still getting my ass kicked by police because the niggas back in the 60s been murdered every single one of them motherfuckers. You know? They want to be down with the police department. How can I see, how the fuck can a nigga put on a police uniform in 1993? Fuck that. Fuck that. And when the shit come off, if you still got that motherfucker on, your ass is out. And if you got on the armed forces uniform, your ass is out. And if you in the guard, your ass is out. Because niggas is armed in 1993. The gang elements are armed. And they all ready. As much as you want to think they dumb or whatever, they on their toes this motherfucking year. They on their toes and they ready to move. What are you ready to do? How you gonna handle it? Huh? When them niggas get out there with guns, what y'all gonna be doing? Watching that shit on TV? Marching? Singing? Selling raffle tickets and shit from the church? What y'all gonna be doing? I just want to know because I know what the fuck I'm gonna be doing, but it would help me to know what my people was going to be doing when I'm out there. Because my mama tell me all the time, boy, you think you're going to save the world. Don't you know they going to kill your black ass, these people going to bother you, and that's that. You're going to get your back there. So all I want to say in closing is that we got to be united under whatever. Don't let shit hold us apart. I don't care if you're from Cali, New York, or whatever, if you're a blood, a crip, or a thug, or a school student, or a scholar, whatever. Don't let shit hold us back no more. We got to unite by any means necessary, and we got to fight. Hold your position. Hold. You're from the Tupac out. Hold on, black hands. In your village. Give them a black hand. Hold your position, have a seat. Hold your position, we're going to close out now. Hold your seats, hold your seats, hold your position, have a seat.
Wow. Whew. Whew. What did I say? The whole message behind his rant, you know, was unity. That was the core of his message, was unity. And because we've been divided for so long, and we could say the enemy, okay, Massa and them, they definitely played a role. But I liked when Tupac mentioned how the heck do we have black police officers in 1993? Wow. You know, now I'm not gonna lie, I want to be a Port Authority police officer, you know, mainly because of the money. You know, $100,000 a year, 6 figures. Come on now. Come on now, that's money, you know. Young black girl grew up in Flatbush, Brooklyn. I didn't grow up rich. I didn't grow up with a whole bunch of money. Parents were struggling. So you talking about 6 figures? Come on, $100,000, man. That sounds like music to my ears, man. That sounds sweet. But I couldn't get it for nothing, child. Please fail. So I do feel like cops do from all walks of life have issues. And there were some black cops back then, even probably to this day, that have self-hatred issues where they couldn't even stand their own reflection. Remember the movie Boys in the Hood with Cuban Gooding Jr. and another guy that was with his Muslim friend? They had got stopped, pulled over. The black cop was doing way more than the white cop. The white cop, his foolish behind, just stood by and let the black cop do his own people dirty. He said that I can't stand my gun because my gun black. I can't stand your skin because it's black. You know what I'm saying? So this doggone idiot had a lot of issues. For them to put that in the movie, that means that there's definitely some truth to it. Don't just watch movies and just think of it as entertainment. Like when I watched the Clone Tyrone, have you guys seen the Clone Tyrone? If not, what the heck you waiting on? You better go watch it. I watched it twice. One person, they watched it 5 times. Okay. Some deep messages in there. And don't just watch it and say, oh, it's deep. No, learn from it. Okay. And do opposite to what's being done in that movie. Okay. Don't just talk about it. Be about it. Okay. So they was telling you exactly what they're doing to our people, black folk. Okay. Hair perming, the chemicals in these hair products, the food, the fried chicken, especially because niggas love them some fried chicken. Okay. The pastors, all these people, the drug dealers, all these people that have control over our minds, over our bodies, over our spirits. Okay. We need to eliminate all of that. That was a very deep movie, but they put messages, Hollywood put messages in these movies, up to us to have the discernment to pay attention. We have to have the spiritual discernment to pay attention. So I'm with Tupac on that. Another thing I really do like is that, and I'm not saying that all cops is bad cops. I know there are good cops out there. I don't know how much, but I know there's good cops out there who sincerely do love their job and do want to make a difference, okay, and are healthy, okay, are not sick in the head, do not have mental illness, do not have hatred, they are not racist, okay, they're cops that really do mean well. So, but it's unfortunate that so many cops that came, so many cops from the past, even to this very day, look what happened to George Floyd, have left a bad taste in many people's mouths when it comes down to police. A lot of people don't trust police, especially black folks. Why? Because they have had a horrible history with police officers, going back to the slave plantation. That's how police came about, right? You know what I'm saying? The patrol, the police department have a historical and horrific history, especially when it comes to black folks. So I understand why people don't trust police officers, especially black folks. I don't trust police officers. I don't care if they look like me. You know what I'm saying? I have to sense and feel that you are for me so I can trust you. You know what I'm saying? Because again, many of them are just for the paycheck. They're there to get the paycheck. They're there to get a job. They like the authority that they usurp. You know, they like the attention. They just like that power that come with being a police officer. Same thing, people in the medical field. They're not there because they like people. I'm not a people person myself, but I do feel like if I was going to be in the medical field, trust me, I'm giving it my all, because your life will be in my hands. And I cannot go to sleep at night knowing that I was negligent to you and your well-being. I can't do that. So I'd rather just not be in that field if I'm not going to give it my all. Okay. But many people become doctors, nurses, and just, you know, therapists. And again, it's just for the money. They do not care about the well-being and the livelihood and the life of that person. That's not right. You know what I'm saying? So I understand Tupac on black folks going into police department and you're not trying to better the situation, you're making it worse and you're siding with the enemy. But let me tell y'all something. There's always snitching rats in our community. Nat Turner. Did y'all see that movie, Birth of a Nation? When Nat Turner was set up. He was doing his thing, slaying, killing massa. They told the boy that was a friggin' snitch to get out of here. Nat Turner said, no, let the boy stay. Let the boy stay. That was his mistake. That little snitch rat ran right back to Massa and told Massa what was going on and set Nat Turner up. And the way how they did Nat Turner, they dismembered his body. They stripped his skin. They gut him. They did horrible things to this man, used his skin as leather. It was disgusting. It was atrocious, okay? But we always had snitch rats in our community, always. So we weed them out and we cast them aside, okay? We need unity. Another thing that I like about what Tupac said in this speech was the women. You women have the power, the spiritual warriors, the good mothers, okay? The God-fearing women. Shout out to you all, okay? The women that hold the community up. All right, shout out to the sisters. Men would not respect a woman that gives him everything that he wants, whether it's sexually, whether it's money, whether it's time and this and that. If she gives a man everything that he wants and she don't shut him down and she doesn't have standards, he could walk all over her. And this is what women need to learn and understand. Women feel like, oh, I want to keep my man happy, but he's not respectful that he so cheats on you. That's why he go upside your head sometimes. Why he don't honor you. You know, he has not married you. And if he does marry you, does he honor you in your marriage? And the marriage, does he honor that covenant that he made with you? Does he do that? So no, you can't please a man with everything. The only man that used to be pleasing ladies is the Most High that made you. Put nothing and no one before me because he's a jealous Elohim. Period. But how can he be jealous? Don't worry about that. He say he's jealous. Hold him to that. Okay. So yeah, women do have the power. And he's right. There's women that are more courageous and brave than these dudes out here. I'm starting to think that there are dudes out there, a good amount of dudes that are jealous and envious of women. Because the courage that women have today, courage, the bravery, the voice that women have today, a lot of men can't handle that. I do YouTube and I don't even go in like that. I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I still preserve a lot. And I've had guys come at me, shut up, why are you talking? Women shouldn't be speaking on nothing, okay? Because you had women back in the days that were righteous women. Even to this very day, the Most High always had righteous women. And he works with his daughters. He loves his daughters. So to tell women to shut up, are you out your mind? You can learn something from us women, okay? Women are wise. Women are smart. Okay, I'm not saying all of them are, but we women, we come with some things now. Us women, we can definitely help you. The Most High made the woman to be the helpmeet to the man. I'm not saying that the woman's life revolves around the man, but if the man was all of that, if he had everything intact and he didn't need nothing else and he could do all this by himself, why would the Most High make the woman and say, oh, she's your helpmeet? So women are wise. The Most High knew exactly what the heck he was doing. So don't sit there and tell me I got to shut my mouth because I can't shut my mouth because I'm a woman. I shouldn't be speaking on things. No, if I see something, I'm going to speak on it. If something is vexing my spirit, I'm going to speak on that. So I love that Tupac mentioned that us when we have the power, have the right spirit, have standards, have values, have morals, and you are going to get far. A man will think twice before he try to mess with you, okay? And if he does try to mess with you, take it to the Most High and pray against that sucker and watch what happens to him, okay? Okay, you have the power, ladies. Trust me on that. Tupac was right about that. But the whole thing with walking around with guns and all that and taking to the streets, during this speech, I got a chance to learn more about Tupac's, background. I didn't know that he was left alone. I didn't know that no one taught him anything. I didn't know that no one took care of him family-wise. No one taught him anything. His mother was on crack and his father was nowhere around, okay? Because he did mention that in the song. I believe it was Dear Mama. So he had a very tough life, had a very tough life. And it's unfortunate because many of us can definitely relate. Maybe not to that extent, but we can give testimony on some hardships that we have encountered. I get his frustration with the marching and the protesting. We have been doing this protesting and marching for decades, and it has not got us anywhere. But I have to take this to a spiritual level. When I do my commentary, is mostly spiritual, biblical based. We cannot win any war without the Most High on our side. Hear me and hear me good. Think about this. He mentioned the Panthers. Did the Panthers win or did they lose? Where's black folks today? Has anything great changed? Has anything drastically, in a great way, listen to my words now, changed for the Black community after the Panthers? Has anything magnificent changed for the betterment of Black people? No, no, no. Because this is spiritual. No one can touch you or me if the Most High hands is on us. If the Most High is not for you, then anyone that come up against you could devour you, take you out. Period. There was wars in the Bible where they thought because they were believers of the Most High, they were the Most High's children, they were going to win the battle. No, because most of the time there was sin in the camp. So when you're unrepentant and you are in sin and you don't want to do what does say the Most High, you want to live how you want to live. You care about your own desires, not the will and desire of the Most High. This is why we get caught up. This is a spiritual battle. We're supposed to put on the whole armor of the Most High. Ephesians 6:10. I have it on my wall. And we're supposed to pray against the enemy, not pray to love them and to bless them. Okay? We repent, we humble ourselves, we pray, we seek the Most High. Okay? These are the steps that we have to take if we want to win against Massa and the other nations, or against any enemy, Black or white or other. You got to have the Most High, you guys. You cannot do nothing without the Most High. Without the God that created heaven and earth, you cannot win any battle. When the Most High was for people in the scriptures, they won the battles. They won them even when they were outnumbered. The Most High was with them. They won the battle. You can win. You will have the victory if he's for you. But if you're not for him, he's not going to be for you. He draw nigh to those who draw nigh to him. Okay? But walking around strapped, how many dudes walked around strapped and still got their head blasted? How many dudes walked around strapped and were still killed? So that's not the answer. Again, if you don't have the higher power that could destroy not only your body, but your soul, you have nothing. Your gun means nothing. Your gun means nothing. So if the Most High is not for you, you are in trouble. You are in trouble, period. There's no ifs, ands about it. Again, I do agree with Tupac's speech, but I gotta say, do not go out there starting wars, because these people, especially the white man, he have too much bombs, too much weaponry. We cannot compete against the white man's weapon as Black folks. We just can't. They would outnumber us. They would drop bombs all over the neighborhood, all over the hood. We are outnumbered when it comes down to their weaponry. Okay? We cannot compete. So the best weapon we have, again, is the man that created heaven and earth. The man that have control over all of our lives. We're breathing right now because of him. Okay? So when he say our time is up, there's no ifs, ands about it. Our time is up. Okay? So anyway, Tupac said he always stays strapped, but unfortunately, he died at 25 years old. You know, and did that gun save him? Did Suge Knight save him? So again, y'all, this is spiritual. Any war, you gotta have the spiritual armor, and that's the Most High. And if it gotta get physical, hey, I get it, because he's a man of war. He's a man of war. Exodus 15:3. He's a man of war. But you gotta let him lead this battle. You can't lead this battle by yourself. I'm sorry, your gun ain't gonna do nothing for you. Your gun could jam. Okay? Again, if he's for you, who and what could be against you? Period. So just keep that in mind, people. Do not go out there and live your life however you want to live your life. Do whatever you want to do. It sounds revolutionary. It sounds militant. It sounds powerful. But we got to be wise. We got to be wise. Okay? And let the Most High direct our steps and guide us and lead us.